whatever.
That's how the show started.
Yeah, we're live. Just like
so
that.
what is the best way to open a live show? Like, is it, are we live now?
I assume just
that's
like
the best.
this,
That's
like
the
we do it.
That's the professional way. Yeah, you need to say, "Am I live now?" But you need to say it 5 or 6 times.
Oh, and then we'll go here.
It's like a tongue twister.
No, okay, here.
There we go. Okay, so we are live now. We just lost all our audience.
No, there's one. It's probably Daniel, but whatever. Urinals on the run. I do like that one. Hello? This thing on? Hello? I'm watching Ian. He's just like watching. It's better. That's a more of an updated picture there. Yeah, we don't put you in a green room and mute you. We just leave you live whatever you say, you say. Is that the same t-shirt?
Looks like it.
I know.
It's the latest fashion in the wherever Ian is from.
You look very serious in that urinal.
Hey. How do you show that comment? Classic Chad.
When you get old enough to actually wear glasses like that, you're gonna look good. Tim asked if it's really late in the UK right now.
That's just Tim showing off his worldly knowledge of time zone. Time zone. He gets it. He gets time zones. Oh man, this intro video is so long. Why did we do it this?
It's a chance to let people get here, for guests to back out. You know, things like that.
Yeah, that's why that makes sense.
Exactly.
That makes sense. We should put up a big warning sign. Like, don't watch this video. Just don't.
Run, Ian. Run.
Run, Ian. No.
Before it's too late.
Feel free to use any of this in your next speaker reel. Don't worry. Well, he had such great dance moves. Like the bonus thing here. This is the first week Daniel's hair matches his shirt.
So we did it again. Why? I think, I wanted to find out if it's true what they say about live streaming. Like, it doesn't, you just have to keep going, even if you have no audience. You keep going, and eventually, one day, you'll make it big. How many episodes have we done this so far, Chad?
This is episode number 30.
30. Whoa. And so what do you think about the strategy? Keep going, and you'll eventually get to a huge audience.
By episode 10,003, we will have reached 100 viewers.
Maybe we should take a course in live streaming. Maybe we're just not confident enough.
You've also, we already have a very few people who watch, and you've already insulted Laura, who says, "Who are you calling no audience?" So.
we just lost the other half of the audience. There we go. Yeah, boom. Oh man, I actually once saw Gary V live streaming from a urinal, seriously, at a casino. He was like, I'm just,
You watched the
here
live stream, or you were at the urinal?
Well, there was so streaming going on in multiple directions there. It was he was live streaming his stream. It was weird. He was live streaming. He put the phone up, like right up there, and he's like, I'm at the urinal right now, and I just wanted to share the thought with you. I was at the casino and I was thinking about gambling, and like, what the heck is going on here? That's the only time I've ever watched Gary V. This is my, people always talk about him. I have no idea. I just think he's the urinal guy. That's, for me, that's him. Now I've got a new urinal guy. So,
A new
how do you?
guy?
He's a urinal guy now. That's it. Forever to be known as the urinal guy. This is the guy who said that his bed is more interesting to him than our show.
I mean, that's probably a general consensus if we ran a poll. So, Tim, yes, it multi-streaming. Exactly. And Laura?
He got it.
Thank you. Says we don't have a large audience yet, but we have a loyal one. And that's
It
true.
is. It's a cult following.
Well,
it's a cult classic is what you call it.
Never thought that I'd be a leader of something like that, but
you're a cult leader. I think we've been talking enough about you, Chad. How about we talk about our guest?
You spent half the show talking about Gary V at a urinal so far. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, our guest today, great guy.
IAG.me. Seriously social.
Socially awesome.
Hi, it's Ian Gray here from Seriously Social. To be honest, I've done some walkthrough videos, but nothing quite like this. And I want to share with you a problem that I have, and that is I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like things to be as perfect as they possibly can.
Well, that's not going to go well for him today, is it?
Don't
look at me like that, Ian.
Ian, you picked the right day to quit live streaming.
Yes, I think so.
All right. Let's bring him in.
Bum ba ba bum bum ba 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 bum ba bum 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 ba ba bum ba ba bum ba 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 bum bum ba.
Wow. I think you're the first guest to have their own theme song and intro music. So
I think Phil Marchand actually, he wrote our theme song, which we never used. But,
welcome, Ian. You look like a deer caught in the headlights.
I know. I've just realized my camera's got the wrong camera. What's happened? It's all your fault. My camera switched off and it's gone to my inbuilt camera. Anyway, never mind. You can still see me.
I just thought maybe you had liver issues.
Yeah, maybe.
So inbuilt. That's wow. That's left-handed terminology there. Built in, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's my MacBook Pro camera thing. There you go.
So but we
Never mind.
We call it built-in cameras. I love.
What did I say?
I understand.
You said
it's like
inbuilt.
Most people would be like,
chat.
but you live stream kind of for a living. It's kind of your thing. And the last thing you want people to be saying is, what's going on with this camera? I know if it was me, this entire show would drive me crazy. I don't even know if I'd be able to focus, but that's just me.
Well, there you go.
Chad and focus in one sentence. Oh gosh, squirrel. So,
anyway,
so here we go, Ian. Nice to have you on our show. We've got a few people with us here. Some of our loyal audience. Last week's guest survived the shark.
Wow,
he's giving you some advice here. John Pullum, the inventor of the Pullum pivot method. He's with us. Oh, you're in for a treat, he says. And Leo is doing the usual routine. He's with same time zone as you. I wonder if you guys do you guys know each other? Leo Mendel, and some degree.
You should. Leo's big into live streaming, so you guys should connect, Ian.
We should
every week. Leo gives us the hex code for the current color of Daniel's hair. So That's what that is.
Ah, I wondered what that was. I'm impressed. But which
So you
part
don't-
of Daniel's hair is it? Because does it not like vary? It does vary. So like which
that's a-
bit?
That's up to his
That's a
discretion.
good question. I don't know which part he picks. We'll have to-
Leo.
Or is it
Leo-
like an average distribution kind of color? I wondered how much he went into it. I don't know.
John just asked
We
if I'm
have,
trying to grow a mustache. No, I just forgot to shave, and because I've been wanting to try the pull 'em pivot method, which Ian we learned last week is what John invented and uses to shave his bald head.
Ah.
So there you go. Quick
Oh
recap.
man.
So anyway, thanks
Recap.
for being
So-
here with us, Ian. I know it's late there. What time is it over there where you are?
It's 11:10 in the evening.
Oh my goodness. Well, tell you what, let's get the show moving then, so we can get you tucked into your nice, exciting bed, as you described
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Know you, getting to know all about you. La, da, 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 la, da, da, da.
Oh, I'm on the sofa.
Yeah.
Yeah, sit back,
And,
kick back, relax.
and Leo once insists that every time we start go into a new segment, I introduce a segment which we call Getting to Know You, which is a segment where we like to get to know you in a slightly different way. We know you've never watched the show, so we explain what happens here.
I've always watched at least the first 5 minutes. You know, give me some
That's
credit.
the intro. That's just the intro. We've broken the record. Other than the Love Boat, we have the longest intro in show history. Yeah,
Wow, it's
Love Boat
impressive.
was 6 minutes and 72 seconds. Yeah. So here we go. Chad is trying to figure out. He's trying to do the math in his head right now. So we have a question for you. We have a few questions for you. Here we go. Here, Leo. I already asked what the section is about. It's called a scene, but never mind. Okay. So we've got. We wanted to know more about you, and we did a little bit of research and a little bit of digging, and we found out that you're not just from England. You're from Manchester. Now Chad and I have never been to Manchester. I think Chad has never been outside of East Texas, but we've both seen the musical Hair, and we've listened to the Beatles. We're that old, and we have a certain image of Manchester in our mind. You know, you can think of, and we wanted to know: is Manchester like that? Is it really what we all imagine it to be? What's it like to live in Manchester?
Well, before I answer that, what do you imagine it to be? Tell me what's in your head.
So all the lonely people and a bunch of hippies singing about their hair. It's all that.
Yeah, it's like it's known as the rainy city. It rains a lot here, and it's kind of grey. You know, it rains a lot. So that's the only thing I'd say. But when it doesn't rain, it's a beautiful city. It's very vibrant. It's interesting. Like at the moment, like the loads of, not compared to the US, but we've got loads of building works and loads of tall buildings. So we've actually got at least 2 of the tallest buildings in the UK outside of London. And I love it. I love where we live. We live south of Manchester, so we're very close. We can get into Manchester very quickly and easily, but we can also get into the country. We've got loads of really nice restaurants where we are. Not that we've been going to them, but we've been getting takeaways. I love Indian food, and so yeah, it's great. I love where we live. It's good.
There you go.
There you go.
And
loves
Tim
it.
Sohn said he likes that you're turning the questions back on us. It's like
Well, yes.
run a show or something.
I wanted clarification. Tim's asking takeaways. Does that not make any sense? Do you call it carry out in the States?
Oh, yeah.
We call it
Carry
takeout.
out, take out.
Okay. It's interesting because my my parents are both from Scotland, and in Glasgow, where they're from, they don't call it a takeaway; they call it a carry out. But yeah, in England, you call it a takeaway.
Yeah, we'd order
So,
carry
there
out
you go.
or pick up, take out.
Hiccup.
Takeaway is more of like I just listened to a seminar. What were your takeaways? What did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pickup is usually you don't pick up food. You pick up people of the opposite sex. Or little kids, you can pick them up and put them on your shoulders or whatever. Don't
eat crawfish in Manchester.
That's sound advice. Advice, Leo.
Do you even know what crawfish is in Manchester?
Yeah.
No, not really.
There's a
you don't
freezer
wanna know.
bag full in my fridge.
But they are very tasty.
Yeah, we took Daniel for crawfish when he was here in town. So now
It was lovely.
Ian,
Yes.
your big thing is live streaming. But Daniel and I were talking about the whole live streaming game. And what is it that makes live streaming so difficult that you also have to have a podcast about live streaming?
Well, it's like so many people want to go live, they want to do it, but there's something stopping them. So it's either they getting that confidence to get in front of the camera, they're worried about looking like a complete idiot, or they're worried about the technology. And I've been through a lot of that process. I've been through the worried about getting in front of the camera and looking like a complete idiot. And then I realized actually I just need to own looking like a complete idiot, and I need to help other people to be okay with looking like a complete idiot. So that's what the podcast is about. I mean, I'm really passionate about helping people with their mindset side of things, because I think that's a big issue. And then also with the technology and the marketing side of things. So that's what the show's all about. So it's basically talking about loads of things that interests me, and I hope that it helps people along the way. That's kind of the point.
Fair enough. And
I'm
I
taking
would
your
agree that
advice.
you've gotten past the whole looking like an idiot thing. I think you've done a fabulous job with that, and I applaud it. Daniel, obviously got past it a long time ago.
I'm taking your advice, and I'm trying to look like a complete idiot. So
Glasses will do that.
I'm gonna own it. Yeah, there we go.
You gotta do it.
Oh man, yeah, we definitely figured that out. Look like a complete idiot, and do it at least 30 times. That's what we say.
Tim said one of the things people are afraid of is coming on shows like this.
Well, it's funny you say that. I actually feel like once I've got through this, I can tackle anything. This is the peak, I think.
We call it the bottom.
Yeah.
So
the upside down.
Well, it's all a case of perspective, isn't it? You could look which way do you look at the world? Do you hold the world map in the usual way? Do you turn it upside down? So it's all perspective, I think.
There you go.
But let's change the topic to something a bit sunnier and talking about low, going down low, where you're a baritone singer. So what tell us about that. Do you professionally sing online? Because you're what's that side of your life look like?
Yeah, well that was that's what I used to do. So as a kid, I did singing was my main thing. Music was. I used to play the cello, and I got to the end of school and I thought, what am I going to do with my life? I either go down the sciencey route or go down the music route. And I chose music. My mum was an opera singer, and so it kind of runs in the family. So I went to university. I read music there. I went to the College of Music in Manchester to study voice and did opera. And then at the end of that, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. So I then went off and did singing. I sang professionally around the country. I taught singing, and I did that for a long time, and until this is the last year really that I'm going to be doing a professional being in the professional musical world, because I still teach at the Royal Northern College of Music on Saturdays, still teach singing there. Although I will be finishing at the end of this academic year, because my business kind of really has taken over my focus. And so it's not something I do so much now, except of course, I used to go on stage with Chad at Social Media Marketing World and make a complete fool of myself on
You're
stage. So,
speaking of being on this show,
so yeah,
John Pullum says that it is it's like doing an interview for a job you hope you don't get. Fair enough.
That's great. Love that.
Yeah, John, so meta. I'm like, yeah, no need to address that comment. We're just going to put it up on screen and then take it off and then put it on and then take it off.
So
put it on.
We all mostly know Ian, the
put it on.
Live streamer, the man with all the tips, the tricks, the knowledge, the insight. But what is Ian like as a dad?
Oh, you'd have to ask my kids, but they're tucked up in bed.
So you're kind of
I'll be
strict,
totally,
is what you're saying.
That was a flex right there. That was a flex. It's like, my kids are nicely sound in bed, tucked in beautifully. That was like, you asked me about being a dad. My kids, forget it. No, they're not tucked in, they're not in bed, and they are definitely not sleeping.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I love them to bits. What do you want? I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what do you want to know about? Are you asking about my parenting skills?
I don't know. I just,
I mean, one of the things
if we asked your kids, hey, what's your dad like? You know, what would they say? They were like, John over here, he just happened to mention, by the way, that you can teach a monkey to push buttons. So that's that was targeted.
Well, it's like I think it's always interesting asking your kids what it is they think you do for a living, and they just think I go and do live shows all the time, which is probably pretty true, actually. And I also do I do these silly songs for my podcast, and I'm now doing little silly videos. And Chad, the episode when you're on is coming out on Friday, so I have a silly dancing video for you that's coming out on Friday, so you got that to look forward to. And so that's kind of what they think I do. And but we have, I'm a big believer in being, I think you want to be serious sometimes, and we have these really serious discussions. We love to have these big debates around the house about certain topics and science and philosophy and all that kind of stuff. And then sometimes we'll just like be complete and utter nutters, and I don't know, like talk about just absolute rubbish, as we say in the UK, and we just have some really silly times. So I think that is a good state of affairs, to like be completely serious and very deep and meaningful 1 minute, and then to be completely silly and stupid the next. I think that's the way to go. Nothing in it, nowhere in between. Basically, yes. That's a pretty good. This show is pretty much my style of parenting, I think. Yeah.
There you go. So do you think that being an influencer, dare I say that word, the I word, on social media?
Do you have to say that word? Okay.
Oh, God. Do you think that working or having this as your profession, is it being a good role model for your kids?
Yeah, I think so. I think when I was growing up, it was, you were people expected you to get a proper job, and I always joke, I don't have a proper job. This is not a proper job, but I think I love the job that I have, because it gives me the freedom. Like when my kids come home, I can like spend time with them. I can say hello to them, and like we can go out for a walk, and I can help them with their homework, and I can work a little bit later. So I've got the freedom to do that, and I want them ultimately to find what they want to do, what makes them tick. You've probably heard the zone of genius from the Big Leap, that book. And I think I feel that my role I want my role I want to kind of help them find that. And it may be go to university, it may not be good to go to university, but I feel like I was lost for so many years, not knowing what I wanted to do until the last 4 or 5 years, when I discovered what I'm doing now, and everything fits into that, fit together. And in a sense, that's what I want to help my kids to do as well.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Yeah, that's great.
Beautiful thing. Now, you actually, though, as a child, almost had a little career, didn't you?
What are you referring to? You have to give me a little bit, but that's a little bit vague.
Bring this right back here.
Oh no. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. I did post this on Facebook, so all these things come back to haunt you. So yeah, I was as I mentioned, my mum was an opera singer. She also did a lot of extra things on TV, and so I was actually, as a baby and as a toddler, I was on TV. There was some soaps that I was on, and I think this was there's a chocolate bar in the UK. I can't remember the name of it, but basically no, it wasn't at Coca-Cola. So they basically, an advertising agency wanted to take loads of pictures of boys and girls of my age, and so they just gave me a Coca-Cola can and took pictures of it. I didn't get the job though, so yeah, that just ended there. But that is a really quite appalling photo, which I want to erase from my brain. Thanks, Chad.
You look like
but it's
Ron,
one of my
usually
favorites.
dressed up as a sailor.
I don't know if you remember when you posted and shared this.
I remember now. Yeah, it's all flooding back to me now.
I grabbed it immediately and made this.
Oh man. I think we got a new star for our "Can You Explain This" poster.
I don't know why I saw that when you posted it that time. I think it was because it was basically a solid blue background. I was like, oh, I can remove that real easy.
Yeah, it's begging to be photoshopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
Oh man.
Anyway,
we just
let's say we keep this
emoji.
train wreck moving.
Yeah.
We had something just through our letterbox, which is very, very strange. I wonder whether anyone knows what this is. Let us know what this is, because I have no idea, and what we use it for. Maybe maybe it's some toilet paper, or I don't know. Let us know.
A letterbox. Oh man. Chad was scratching his head for like an hour. Like, what is a letterbox? And he was thinking of, maybe it's a cereal, or but
We're supposed to speak the same language, but we don't, do we?
No. Yep.
No.
It's a mailbox here.
Yeah,
It isn't a mailbox though. Like, a mailbox is outside the house, though, isn't it? Like, we don't really have those. The postman will go to your house and put it through your letterbox physically into your house
in this little slot.
Whereas in America, they can't be bothered doing that. They just so you have the mailbox right at the front.
We have it. No. Yeah, but
no, I know.
A lot of people get freaked out about it. Yeah, there you go. You can have a mail slot. You have a female box. There are all kinds of different options here.
Never heard that one. But
no,
that must be a Boston thing. But you also call it the post, right?
Yeah, post.
Box.
Yeah. Whereas you could call it mail. Yeah. So if I would post a letter to you, we'd never say ship. So I think I'll ship it out to you, because in the UK, why would you use a boat to get it to somewhere unless it's international? Which is
fair enough.
Fair enough, I think.
Fair enough. Unless it does go by boat.
But it's probably going to go by plane. Let's face it. I mean, so I'll plane it out to you. I'll air it to you.
You can
Maybe.
hear it. Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Um,
that's it. We could have an entire debate on that, but that's not what this section of the show is about, Ian.
what is this? What is this section of the show about, and what is it called, Chad?
This is yours.
This is mine. Well, this we thought it would be fun because you're a live show extraordinaire. We thought it would be fun to give you a little bit of a challenge here, and just give you ideas for live shows and see if you could name that live show. Just give it a fun name because we think your show has a great name.
So a creative title that will
Yeah.
make us all want to watch.
Yeah, make it stand
Okay.
out, and yeah,
Okay.
something
So
like
does this require me being awake?
No, nothing on this show requires this.
Okay,
Daniel's
fair
asleep
enough,
most of the
fair
time.
enough. Okay, I was starting to worry then, but that's okay. Cool.
So, how about that?
A live show.
Let's
about
see what you can
things
do with
that
that.
aren't.
Live show. That's okay. The not show.
Well, things that aren't alive.
Yeah, a live show about things that aren't. It depends, like what it is. What isn't it? So the isn't it? The aren't.
It isn't alive. So the show is a live show, but it's about things that are dead.
Okay, the dead show.
The dead show.
The
Oh,
dead
you can
show.
do better. The dead show. That's the best you could come up with. Oh man. How about I think Leo and John and Tim and David and John. I think
Can't ask
you
everybody
guys.
else for ideas. However, if
I think we
anybody
need-
watching, and
Yeah.
it says there's 7 of you, but I'm guessing that's a
And
glitch.
Laura.
Have an
got a
idea
few
for a
here.
live stream show that you would like Ian to give you an incredible
Nancy.
title, like things that are dead. Then send those in right now and take advantage of this moment before it passes. But here's the next one we came up with.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Tips and tricks for Jenga pros. Well, you could just call it that. Let's think. Jenga pros. Jenga. You could just call it Jenga.
Ooh.
Was that inspired by the
catchy.
comment we just put up? Glitch, glitch, glitch.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I like the.
Sure.
The Jenga-tastic show.
Jenga-tastic.
Jenga-tastic. I like it.
Yeah, that
Your
works.
live-
That works. That's
Your
I'll
show
give
for
that.
things
I'll
that
give
aren't
that a
alive?
plus.
John helped you out.
Is that
with,
better?
Subpellucid.
Is that better? Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Dead.
How
The
about-
dead heads. Dead.
Silent meditation for beginners, right? Oh my goodness, I don't know. That's a hard one. Silent
That's
meditation.
a really odd title. Oh my goodness, that's a hard
well,
one.
Well, you can just call it the show. The show.
The Sleepy Mime Show. Thanks, John.
I like
like-
that. That's good.
1.0, right? Because it's for beginners. We got to have the beginner piece. Okay, how about this one?
No, okay. Starting your well, you can't don't watch this show. You can't watch the show.
Don't watch this show.
Don't
I
watch
don't
the
think-
show. Yeah.
I think of all of that.
Well, it's a bit of clickbait going on there as well. So you might that might work. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Starting your own secret society. Secret. The
I'm
secret
a member.
society. What's that?
I happen to be a member of a secret society, so I could help you with this, but I won't.
Because it's a secret.
Are you allowed to tell us? Are you allowed to tell us? Should you have actually told us that you are a member of a secret society?
I can't comment any further.
Okay.
Laura had an idea for your meditation: how to keep quiet and like it.
I like that. That's good.
And we've got playing Jenga while eating Cheetos.
Then you get the blocks all oily and greasy. Oh, no, not a good idea.
How about
the
the secret society startup?
There you go.
The secret society, that works. It works.
The secret society of starter-uppers. If you watch this show, the world will end.
That is nice. That is a good one, Marcus. You nailed that one.
All right,
job.
one more.
That's good. That's good.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Yeah.
The people you don't want to know show. Daniel, see if you can help him out. Daniel came up with this one, so this is from his dark mind.
Do you know what a cabal is?
No, I'm googling it right now. It says a secret political clique or faction.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Sometimes known as deep state or.
I see.
Different.
There's a theme going on here, like secret societies, and like I'm starting to worry that the real reason for me coming onto the show, you're not actually telling me everything I should know.
I think a cabal could also be composed of aliens that are in human form. So secret societies are just normal people like you and me.
Oh, yes.
Secret.
Well,
but a cabal, they plot. They could be lizard people.
Well, there's the 7-foot lizard people. Yeah. So apparently the Queen of England is a 7-foot lizard in human form. I've heard, if you read certain books. So
riff on that.
Confusion.
It could be the I don't know, the lizard show. It could be something like that. Something about lizards. It's got to have lizard in it, I think. I don't quite know how to get that in.
Creepy crawlies in the government, I guess. Oh man, Queen! Shout out to the Queen.
What is he talking about?
Yeah.
Is he just he's just throwing out random UK references?
Well, I think Tim needs some sleep because Tim is great. He watched my show this morning, which was 11 a.m. my time, 6 a.m. his time, and he's still watching this show. And he's a glutton for punishment. I don't know how he copes.
By watching
these Laura,
it's always great to see him. But How to Train Your Lizard Friends. I like that one.
I think that's a unanimous consensus here. Laura gets the point.
Yeah,
nice
well
job,
done.
Laura. That was wow, nice.
I think I failed on that one. You need to submit these in advance, and I'll give you some proper ones.
Now that would be the right
Ryan.
way to do things, but that's not how we roll at Subpellucid.
Yeah.
Tim says he doesn't believe in sleep because he has lots of Dunkin' iced.
Oh, there you go.
I guess that's coffee.
We put on
trying
our
to
non-thinking
phonetically?
caps.
That's funny.
Yeah, cough.
Well,
isn't that the New York pronunciation?
Yeah, it's a Long Island coffee.
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 Don't know how that happened, but
Chad
what
was
they call it.
born in Long Island.
Chad was not born in Long Island.
No. Oh, that's right. You were born in somewhere over in like a fake citizenship kind of thing in Okinawa. Okinawa. Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Thanks.
And then you faked
Thanks.
your birth
People
certificate.
trying to steal my identity.
There you go.
You
No,
What's
I don't even know what that was. Thanks, Laura. Laura says I was hatched. Oh my goodness. This is your chance, ladies and gentlemen. Refill your beverages to help get you through the show.
Run.
Because it's only...
Let's sneak
downhill
out the
from
back where nobody notices. This is it. Yeah, it's your chance.
Hello,
Now,
my name
we
is
see you now.
Ian Anderson Gray from IAG.me, and this video
Oh,
is
no,
to
not
accompany
this
my
one.
post on the complete guide on how to build and manage your Twitter community using Communit. Communit is a Twitter tool that allows you to manage your Twitter community and engage with its members. It's a kind of CRM, customer relationship management tool. As I said in the post, wouldn't it be great if you could monitor what people are saying about your business or brand?
Absolutely.
So there you go. I hope you found that really useful. Please visit my website, which
Stop
is
it now.
iag.me. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks very much.
We don't always have things
Oh,
like that
my
on the show
goodness.
to give people a chance to learn. So that was kind of an educational moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very
Well,
educational.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
never knew that Twitter was a CRM. You know, that's you have to have an IAG to
was.
figure that out.
The tool's a CRM, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But did you
tools.
hear the enthusiasm and the excitement in my voice? It was kind of
Clearly not,
breathtaking.
because I was clearly not listening. All I heard was CRM.
Yeah.
Tim says,
Where was the bet
There you
again?
video ever.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Somebody said they thought John
It's
thought I was
awful.
Canadian. Okay. Is there supposed to be audio during this
Yeah.
section? Which section was that there was no audio?
There
I'll have
was.
to
There
find out.
was.
John.
Well, there was that one
Oh,
of me
okay.
doing some kind of weird thing.
John was just making sure there's audio.
well-
Like, how could you just make sure there's audio? Like, you heard it and you weren't
Because he
sure
knows
if
saying
you were
it will
hearing
mess
it.
with my head.
Like,
That's what that was. He knows it'll
Well,
mess
that's
with my
the
head.
other
Anyway,
thing. That's the other thing you need to do at the start of a live show, as well as asking, "Am I live? Am I live? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can let me just check. I need to check whether you can hear me. It's very important that you start all your live shows with that.
that is a good one. And hey, you guys. That's another good one. Hey, you guys. Oh, man. Okay, so this is a section we call Can You Explain This? Which is basically we dug up some photos about from your past and that we thought were interesting, and we just wanted to see what's the story there. And, can you explain them? Because we certainly couldn't. So,
thanks,
Okay,
Tim.
go on
By the
then.
way, Tim says, "Who needs audio? The show would be more entertaining without words." Probably
Oh, yeah.
true. Anyway, let's get into it. Here's our first one. I went gentle. Just wanted to know what's going on here.
Oh, okay. So that is like a year after I got married. We went to Hungary. We went to Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, and that is in Bratislava, the capital of Slovakia. And they had these cows all over the place. These are, artists had designed them. And interestingly, 6 months earlier, all these cows were in Manchester. So we had to take a picture of these cows because it was really weird. They were in my home city, and then we saw them in Slovakia. So that's what that is.
So they migrate.
they managed to somehow cross the English Channel.
Somehow, I don't know how, but I think they toured lots of European countries and they ended up in Slovakia. So there you go.
Okay.
Nice.
How about here?
Well, that is. Have you ever played Connect 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of
Yep.
course.
So that is
Yeah,
3D.
Chad
Connect.
and I played that just about a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay, so that is 3D Connect 4, but it's like on my head, and I have no idea why it's on my head. So there's no explanation apart from it's on my head. So what can I say?
And it looks like either it was never played or somebody's got OCD and organized all the pieces in color codes.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that was
yeah.
there was the latter there. I think, yeah.
So
Well, either
who's
way,
the
you look
OCD
excited
person in
about
your family?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's excited. It's a very satisfying thing to do. So there we go. Well, that's I don't know what you call this, but you know, when you have little babies and kids, you have these little they're kind of mobile things. So you put your baby on there and they can play with things. So I just decided, why should the kids have all the fun, you know? So, but I didn't really fit in it. So that's
It looks like you
That's
put
what
it
that's
together
about.
and then realized that you got stuck.
yeah. Well, I was a little bit fatter in those days, so there might have been something in that. But yeah. But I'm a big believer. Like, why should kids get all the fun? Like at Christmas or like any holidays in the year, you know, like people get obsessed with the kids having the fun. Like, why not? You know, why can't adults have fun like that? So I'm a big believer in that.
John also noticed that there's also a cow in this picture.
There is. That's a
theme.
complete coincidence. That's all I can say. Yeah.
And Marcus is watching on Facebook and YouTube. He wants it in stereo.
Well, that's impressive.
I guess.
Well, that
Yeah.
just reduced our viewer count by another one. So it's like I never thought we could get a negative negative viewer count, but apparently the real number is negative now. Well, that's quite an intense
Yeah.
beer
There is a
contest
story.
you're having with the beer mug.
There is a story behind this. So this is the Slovakian-Poland holiday. We tried to walk from Slovakia. Well, we got a bus from where we were in Slovakia to the Polish border, and then we walked across the border. And no, we didn't go into Poland quite yet. But we then had to get another bus to where we wanted to go in Poland. But unfortunately, we couldn't find the bus stop, and it was torrential rain. But after about an hour, we found it, and we got to Poland. We hadn't got a hotel, so I had to run around trying to find a hotel, which took another couple of hours. So we were absolutely soaking. All our clothes were completely wet, and that is us, the pub that evening, absolutely exhausted. And that's me with my pint. So there we go.
Pint. Chad, do you know what a pint is?
Yeah, it's a unit of measurement, but they also they order their beer by the pint. I watch TV. I mean, I'm well read.
Yeah, you've read. Well, yeah,
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Oh, that's myself and my father-in-law. I think this is like near the Grand Canyon. So this is in Arizona, and I think there was some kind of outside museum that was showing it. So this is obviously a jail. I can't remember. So we just like posed for the camera, and we're looking very glum in there. So that's the story behind that.
I thought maybe you just got in trouble in the Old West.
Well, yes, maybe that'll happen next time. I don't know.
We actually had a guest here who was talking about their time in the Slammer, and so that's interesting. Thank
you for that, Daniel.
This is a fake one. We were hoping for something a bit juicier. Oh man, that must have been a fascinating talk. You were,
yeah.
I don't know where that's. I don't even know when that was taken from. It looks like it might have been at a conference in Poland, maybe. And it was really interesting because I was speaking at this conference, and
was it because you're on your phone?
Like 50% of the. Well, I am on my phone, but the reason. But I think it was like 50% were speaking in Polish, and the other 50% were in English, and we all had it was all translated. You know, what do you call them? Interpreters, whatever it is. Anyway, so but I don't know why I'm on my phone. I can't remember. Who knows? It was obviously a very exciting talk.
It looks like you're at the UN or maybe an opera house where you need translations. You have the little translation monitor there. I can't think of any other place that actually uses those.
Well, I love that.
yeah,
It's
here we
like
go.
a professional
John
photo.
got it.
Somebody took a professional photo of Ian
Yeah.
at the conference and caught him on his phone.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Looking at my.
It's like a C-SPAN moment. If you turn on C-SPAN, you'll see exactly that.
Yeah.
Here
Oh
we
well,
go.
like Chad, you need to explain this one because like this was. I don't even know where to start with this
I
one.
was scared for my life. Is what's going on here. I was
so this
worried for
was,
my safety.
like, had we actually met before in person before this event, Chad?
I don't think so. I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so. So like I got this message from Chad saying, so this was at Social Media Marketing World. Like, would you want to meet up with these? I can't really remember how you put it, but like at this Mexican place. So I turn up and then at the end we're in a boxing ring eating Mexican food, and it ends up with a big
called
fight.
Lucha
at the end of
Libre.
it. So it was great night.
Lucha Libre tacos, and we reserved the wrestling ring to sit in, and then after we did some posed photos. But this was Ian going all Lucha Libre with the chair on me, so it was a fun time.
Yeah.
Well, he's dressed as a character from Where's Waldo. So.
Oh my goodness! No, this one's hilarious. So like I trained, as I said, I did a lot of professional classical concerts as a baritone. So that's my tail outfit at the top. But this was last year. So like what I was doing, I was hosting and live producing an event in the UK, and they wanted me to wear like something posh. So I put bow tie, tails on, but could I be bothered putting anything on the bottom half? So I just wore tracksuit bottoms on the bottom half. So that is my gear.
The angle and the way the tails are, they look like those old MC Hammer baggy pants.
Yeah, it's because you can see the tails at the back. It looks like I've got my trousers halfway down.
Yeah, you could easily be a Batman villain with this outfit. Like I could definitely see that.
And what would his
the
name be?
conductor?
Yeah.
The conductor.
Conductor.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. Or maybe
I
it's
just
called
wanna
an
preface, this is
orchestrator or
the-
something weird in the UK.
The first time I've ever seen a professional photo taken of somebody taking a selfie of themselves.
I'm sure that's not the case. There must be many others of that. So this is this was a couple of years ago in London. I was with my pal Jeff C. He'd come over from Texas we were both speaking at a conference. So we decided to get a photo shoot together. So this is obviously me and my own. That's the Shard at the background, famous building in London. And I was just doing, like, don't blame me. I'm just doing what my photographer was telling me to do. So he said, like, make it look like you're doing a live on your phone. So that's what I did. And that's what that photo is. So there you go.
Well, it looks
I quite
good.
like it.
It looks
It's
good.
kind of, it looks kind of, oh yeah, Steve and I. So I think this is like one of the, probably like 2016. This was the choir, or possibly, or maybe this was the first musical. I can't remember. So at Social Media Marketing World, there's usually a choir, and then we do a musical together. And so Steve and I have been part of that since kind of first started, really, which is probably back in 2016. And yeah, he keeps me sane, or possibly keeps me insane, I think, through that. So
What was it
that was
about
fun.
Steve's touch that made you look at that expression?
Like, this is like, I can't like give serious facial expressions if somebody's taking a photo of me. It's gonna be like a strange photo like that. I mean, if I really try, I can look normal, but most of the time I have to look insane in some kind of way. So that's what that is. And Steve's not
That's
not
fair.
looking exactly sane there, is he?
Well, it's kind of the norm.
Oh, what's that? Yes, I think that's the same. You know that one of my father-in-law and I in prison. That's the same museum, I think. So I think that's some kind of fake gun. So I just pretended to shoot the fake gun.
You look like you've handled
my
weapons
goodness.
often, though.
Well, obviously, living in the UK, we use guns all the time. You know, not. But I was in the what's called the CCF at school. So this was like in the Royal Air Force kind of. When I was 16, 17, we did a little bit of training and stuff like that. And so I think I did shoot an air rifle, but I mean, I was scared of it. Like most Brits are scared of guns. So like if we see a gun, I remember the first time I went to the US and I went to an airport, and this was when I was about 15 or 16. I went with an orchestral tour, went with the Oldham Youth Orchestra, and we were all like really shocked when we saw armed police at the airport in New York. These days, though, we got the same in the UK. I mean, yeah, all airports have armed police as well. So, but in those days, those are the days.
That's crazy.
So like somebody bought us one of these face masks. So they bought my wife and the kids some face mask stuff. So they got me it as well. So this is like a coffee face mask, and I was forced to put it on. So there we go. That's what that is. So it was quite energized. I could probably do with it right now. Actually, it does wake you up.
Interesting. And of course, this one.
I think we talked about this one. Yeah.
Yep. Now it's interesting that you mentioned
less said about that, the better.
Your inability or whatever about taking photos and the smile or whatever, because I actually wanted to take a moment and just pay my respects to your smile.
Oh my goodness. Is there nothing sacred anymore? That's what I want to know.
Subpellucid as a whole.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Let's go to the part
That's
where
hilarious.
we let you be serious for a little bit.
Hello. Ian here. I'm flying through space.
Fair enough.
But
Daniel?
before we did that, I wanted to ask Ian before we talked about the elevator. I know that Nancy is really eager she's waiting for you in there, Ian. Beware. But I wanted to ask you, how do you pronounce this? Iagmi?
Well, it is technically iag.me, but we were talking about this before. I think you should pronounce it in a very Italian way. So, Iagmi, like that. I think that sounds quite good. I like that.
Iagmi. Well, I looked up. I was wondering what does IAG stand for, and I looked it up. And apparently there's several abbreviations for this. Of course, there's everyone knows the airport code from Niagara Falls. There are other things like the Iraq Assistance Group, information, advice, guidance. But there's some interesting ones as well. For instance, it's a goal. It's an online football management simulator. International Audio Group. Where do we look here? International Association of Geodesy, one of 7 associations within the International Union of Geodesy and Geophysics. There's I Am Ghost.
Oh, he's going to read them all.
A post-hardcore band from Long Beach. And my favorite, Improv Aganza. So
Oh, wow.
now
go.
there we go. So if you couldn't remember the initials until now, IAG, you have a lot of different ways to remember them.
Oh, wow. Well, I've learned something today. I never knew there was so many.
Improv
So many of them.
Aganza. There you go.
Well, that being
so,
said,
in
this part of the show is actually supposed to be all about you. So
and
go
the
ahead,
elevator.
Daniel.
Where's Nancy? So this is what we call you're trapped in the elevator. You and your captive audience. We're gonna put you in that, shove you right into that elevator where your captive audience, Nancy Lewis Hill, is waiting for you, and we'll shut the doors, and you can tell her whatever you want. We won't judge. Go for it.
So what do I need to do? Just need to talk about anything.
You can
do whatever you want.
Pitch your business. You can talk badly about Daniel. It's your 60 seconds to do whatever you want. The elevator will close. You'll hear a little ding, and that is
okay.
Your cue to go.
Oh, wow. Wow, the tension is mounting. So, well, I'll start with like what I do with in terms of my business, which is stop laughing in the background. You're making me nervous. I help entrepreneurs level up their impact and authority using confident live video. And the key is with confidence, because in many ways, I think I started off as not confident at all. I in some ways, I think I'm the unconfident live video guy, or the but over the years I have dealt with lots of those mindset things and gone on that journey, and that's what I really want to do, is help other people, help other entrepreneurs with their confidence in front of the camera. And so yeah, that's what I do. And I've got another, how many seconds? 10 seconds to fill. There we go. I'll sing a song. Hello, hello, hello. There you go. I'm singing a song. There we go. Did it.
Fair enough.
You
well
did.
done.
So
I survived, but that's quite stressful when you've got a whole minute to fill and you don't know what you're going to talk about. It's quite a stressful thing.
I like your tagline, the unconfident, confident.
I don't even know what the word is. Is it unconfident?
Something about
I don't know.
mail slot. I don't know, but we have. Oh man, that was interesting. And you have a lot of taglines of your own. I've seen in the video that Chad shared in the beginning. You said live with confidence, awesome live, and there were a few other taglines. You packed them all in there, so it was How about unconfident, incontinent live show?
Incontinent. That means something slightly different, but yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
That'd be a really sloppy show.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. You really like to go low in these shows.
I wonder if John Pullum, he was talking last week all about how to mail balls. And we talked about 15 minutes about putting balls in the mail. It was great, really informative section. And it work really nicely with the idea of the post slot, the mail slot, mailbox. I don't remember. Never mind.
It must be.
I think this show has long. It's people ask me when is the best time to end a live show, and I always answer right now.
Ian, thank you for coming at such a late hour to do this with us.
I would say it was my pleasure, but I would be lying.
That's okay. This show is
it's been fun. It has been fun. It has been fun. Don't worry.
Well, good. That's what we just want. We want you to get a break from the norm, talking about the same old, and just have some time to relax. So we do appreciate it. But before we go, we have to thank our many sponsors, because that's what makes the show possible, is contributions from viewers like you. And yes, I mean you.
No, I do not have a towel on my head. I am a Jedi Knight.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Ay, ay, ay. Well, hopefully it
Man.
wasn't too bad.
if Stefan were only here to see that moment.
I know.
Oh man.
Oh, I thought that's what
Yeah.
IAG was. But
That's a good one.
That's a very good one. Except I think he says, I'm Groot.
oh, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm just excited we got through the show. But, you know, it's all good fun, and
We actually declined a sponsor for the show. There was a sponsor who wanted
Really?
to sponsor us, and we declined them. Yeah.
well,
You know, you
I
made
I'll
it,
decline them
and
because
that's-
I didn't
that's
know
the
anything
case.
about it.
Yeah. I think Ian took the sponsor anyways. But you know. So is life. Somebody's got to go down that route. So here we go. We're above all that. And we don't need sponsors.
Who needs?
Oh, great.
Who needs-
You saying
who
that
needs-
out loud just remind me that we're still live.